Hi there. My name is Matt Hames. I'm the Associate Vice President for Digital and Social Strategy at 3 Enrollment Marketing. And I'm here to talk to you about the, the concept of Google Zero, of how Google may not send organic search traffic to your .edu. We're obviously already at Alta Vista Zero and Ask Jeeves Zero, and no, we're not quite at Bing Zero, but we're never at Bing big. So not having Bing as a driver of traffic is not really something that's very super new to us. But I think this is an important time, and I want to talk to you about a few things that have recently happened. So one of the big things is that this was a quote by the CEO of Google or Alphabet after Google I/O. He said it on a show called Decoder from The Verge magazine. And he said this. Now, he's not saying the internet is a collection of websites. He's saying the internet is a collection of database. And that is a fundamental shift to how we see the world and how Google actually sees the world, right? Because Google won the internet because it was great at delivering websites. That's what SEO is all about. SEO is essentially trying to build a website that Google will deliver to people. Google won the war of search. It's a verb. We Google things, right? So if you could SEO your way to the top hit or one of the top hits on a Google search for a thing, then you could profit. It was an actual business, right? That was what SEO was all about. And you know that because if you actually Google your institution, if you say Monsters University and you hit Google on a desktop, monsters.edu is going to be first. If you Google it on a mobile phone, it's going to be the first link. It's not going to be the first thing, but it's going to be the first link. And if you have Search Console connected to your Google Analytics 4, then you can see how many people see a brand query like Monsters University, how many impressions the .edu gets, how many clicks it gets. So just connect Search Console to your Google Analytics 4. If you're not sure how to do that, just connect with me. Ask me in messages on LinkedIn how to do it below, or connect with me, and I'm happy to tell you how to do that anyway. So this is how you can get the data. You can ask your web team to give you the data of June 1st, 2023 and June 1st, 2024, and then June 1st, 2024 and June 1st, 2025, and get a sense of how people are coming to your .edu. Are they still coming? You'll have those two enrollment cycles. Look at this enrollment cycle. See if they're still coming. Because I suspect, based on the quote by the CEO of Google, that they're not coming. They're not coming in as big of numbers as they used to come. And in fact, I've seen some partner institutions where the numbers are about even June 1st, 2024. June 1st, 2023 to 2024 compared to June 1st, 2024 to 2025. They're about flat. But I also saw one of our partner institutions that was down 44%. And so I talked to them about why they were down 44% and what that actually means and how they can win in this world. Because that's the next question, right? You always ask the question, why do new people search? What are some of the things that new people search? So at 3E, we have this awesome tool called 3AI Conversion Apply 2025, and it is generating a lot of behavior. It's generating a lot of behavior that we then score and send back to our partner institutions. But as we make people aware in high school, college visits, or what have you, what people often do is go home, and these are seniors, and their parents or family or their cohorts are asking them, so where are you going to go to school? Where are you thinking about school? And so a lot of the times they say, well, I'm thinking about Monsters University. And if the people truly love them, and they often do, then they're going to go to Google and type in Monsters University. I see it in the data. A lot of people type in the institution by name, and it's because they have questions. They just don't know what those questions are. In my AI roadmap, I look through some of the questions that I know people are asking, because Google reports a lot of those. So if you're looking, Google will show you what the questions that people also ask, or some of the questions that they ask. And they'll show you what parents are asking, and they'll show you what students are asking. So you can definitely make content that answers those questions. But right now, if people just Google Monsters University, then monsters.edu is going to win. Don't try it, because Monsters University is not a thing. But try your own institution, Google it and see, right? That's why people search. The problem is that as the CEO of Google said, if you start to think about this, the .edu as a database and a bunch of other places as databases, and people start to use other tools for searching, like AI assistants or ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, whatever, it doesn't matter. They are going to answer the questions there. They're not going to send people to a .edu to get those answers. And partly that's because the .edus were not necessarily set up for new people with the top nav, a left nav, a bottom nav. They're set up for everybody. If you try to be everything to everybody, you end up being not a lot of things to a lot of people. So the .edu is not awesome at helping new people decide whether or not they want to attend an institution. Go look at your tour. Go look at the place where you can register for a tour, and ask me if it's transactional or aspirational. Are you trying to explain why somebody should come for a tour, or do you assume if they find their way there, they want to just register for a tour? Because those are two different people, right? Are you saying why you should go? Are you saying bring water, or we'll supply water, wear comfortable shoes because we're going to walk around the history of this institution and it's going to be awesome? Do you say all that stuff? Because if you ask an AI about touring an institution, it will tell you all that. It will explain to you what you need to do. So anyway, less transactional and more aspirational is what I would suggest. Here's some of the databases that are used for pulling answers. And so in the roadmap that I do for partner institutions at 3 Enrollment Marketing, I talk a lot about these platforms and how to build content in these platforms so that you're there when people are asking the important questions. So here are 3 takeaways. Will our behavior change? Will we go from let's Google that to I think I'm going to ask Gemini, or I'm going to ask Claude, or I'm going to ask ChatGPT? I think our behavior is changing. Is it changing at your institution? I don't know. I haven't looked at the data. Unless you're a 3 partner institution, then I have looked at the data. But if you're not a 3 partner institution, then I don't know. You should look at your own data to see if the behavior is changing, to see if those free people that you got coming to your .edu from organic search are coming less and less. And if they are, then you're gonna want to make sure that you put content in a place that is surfaced by these, right? So it's going to impact you. If less people are going to your .edu from a search for your institution by name, then less people are going to be at the transactional points. Because as much as I want the .edu to be more aspirational, the only place you can register for a tour is on the .edu. So it does have to have a transaction. And the only place you can really apply is in the Common App or on the .edu. So it does have to have that kind of transaction, right? So I'm not saying make your website non-transactional. What I'm saying is make your .edu more of a reason to attend with a transaction attached to it. And then finally, how can you make content, assuming that people aren't coming to your .edu, how can you make content that is going to be surfaced? That is the things that I cover in the A3E AI roadmap. And I don't have all the answers. I have a lot more questions, but I'm carrying on to ask those questions. So What have you seen in your data? What are you hoping for moving forward? Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's keep the conversation going. I hope you enjoyed this. And like I said, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, and I'm happy to answer them. And I hope you have a great day and that the AI assistant tells everyone how awesome your institution is. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.